We are at the ICF new build today. There is a lot going on, a lot that we've accomplished so far. We have framing started, but I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what we have done so far with just the concrete. So with what we have currently, we started with footers. For this build specifically, they were significantly larger than any footers we've ever done before. They were 33 inches wide and was it 16 inches tall? Something like that. They're massive. We got those in. This is going up from, we got a 10-foot wall in the basement. Up top, it ranges from about 9 feet to 12 feet. And then vaulted ceilings, timbers, masonry, all that stuff. So we need a really big foundation for this build. Luckily though, we set this basically on a massive rock. Digging this out required a jackhammer and a lot of extra excavation labor. When we built these footers, each stake that we drove into the ground had to be roto-hammered into the ground because of the rock. So this house isn't going anywhere. It's not settling. This is where it's at, it's where it's staying. So walking over here, this is the one and only window buck that we have installed in the house. The slope, as you look along the house, it's gonna go diagonally up to that corner. This will be 2 separate windows, but we just framed one big opening to make it a little easier for us. This ICF specifically, this is Stronghold ICF. It's my personal favorite. It's here in town and they're local. And when I looked at the qualities, the pros to the cons of all the ICF blocks that it compares to, this one stood out the most. This is why I use Stronghold. It's the only ICF block I will be using. This is a 8-inch concrete core. In this ICF block, we have a vertical every 16 inches that reaches from the footer to the top. And then there is a piece of rebar every course. So there's a lot of rebar in this ICF. This is the most rebar I've put in an ICF foundation, but it's just because it's gonna be carrying quite a bit of a load. After we finished ICF walls, the next step was plumbing. So what we have for plumbing are the drains, the vents, and the radon. There are 2 bathrooms down here. So there's a bathroom right here, there's a bathroom in that corner. It allows all the water from this level to go into those drains and then out to the septic. But it also collects all of the drain water from the 2nd floor and it goes down into here and out. So this is kind of the main point where it drains. There's no water lines down here because the water is gonna likely come in from that side and we're just gonna run it into the floor joists and then out to where we need to. So distribute it where it needs to go. Water lines are really easy to run. It doesn't need to be in the slab. If this was a slab on grade house, we would have had to run water lines underneath the slab to make sure that we can get it to where we need to get it. But because it's just a basement and we can just drop them from the floor joists into the walls, exactly where we need to go. The radon pipe runs from that side and it kind of stretches over here. What the radon is designed to do is collect radon gas that emits from the earth. And in this region, the Pacific Northwest region, we have relatively high activity when it comes to radon. And so it's kind of more serious in this area. And basically it just collects the gas and it sends it into the radon pipe, which is over in a corner over there, and out through the roof. After we did that plumbing, the next step was to fill it with radon rock and then put a vapor barrier. The vapor barrier is really cool because it rejects both moisture and vapor. The vapor barrier is a 15 mil plastic Stego vapor barrier, which is almost 3 times the thickness of what's code compliant. On top of that, we tape all the seams and penetrations. That also aids in making sure the gas doesn't come up and it forces the gas kind of into that pipe and then out through the roof. So that's a really cool material. After we got the Stego installed, we put a 2-inch insulation beneath this slab throughout. This has an insulation value of an R10, and it's really cool because the Stego product, it rejects moisture significantly. And so if we want to put like an engineered hardwood, you're not going to see that buckle like you'll see if you put it in a normal basement because it's rejecting a lot of moisture. So that's an amazing product. We're going to do hardwoods in this section. So the stairs go over and come down here, and then this is a kitchen, a little kitchenette. So in this area, we're gonna do hardwoods, and then throughout the living room or the family room, the office, the bedroom, we're gonna do a carpet. So that brings us to where we are at today. We have lumber on site. It got dropped off yesterday. We have our framers on site. They're gonna be snapping the lines and getting the top plate in and getting everything ready. We have our SIP panel walls showing up. We're gonna be able to set that exterior wall, do all the interior walls, build the floor joist system, sheet the whole thing, and then we'll be ready to backfill around the entire house and start on the second level. But that's all we have today for this project. Guys, thanks so much for watching. There's a lot more content coming out for this build. I'm excited to show you guys the entire process, start to finish. There's a lot of really cool building practices we're implementing in this specific build with the ICF walls and the SIP panels. So I'll see you guys in the next video.